Greetings everyone, my name is Ottropi, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Cuboid Keeper. Continuing on from the last episode, I'll now replay through the first two major boss battles on easy mode, as the boss patterns can differ quite a bit between the easy and hard modes. I'll be doing the same for all future boss battles. I'll start off by defeating them on easy mode, and then I'll defeat them on hard mode. Already the first major difference I can see is that it only fires one large purple bouncing projectile instead of two. Let's use the second major boss's own weapon against it, the laser ray. It deals more damage per second compared to the plasma cannon, 10 versus 1.36. However, it'll only fire if we're facing the same direction as the module's orientation. So if we have multiple laser rays equipped at different orientations, they won't all fire simultaneously. So in this case, the laser ray will only fire either upwards or downwards. That's Carbarian Prime Mach 2 downed. It didn't even get to its final phase. It seems that the easier versions of these bosses also have much less health, at least half the health of the hard mode version. Back to facing off against the Entidian Realm. Glad to know that the laser module will be useful here. I oriented it the wrong way. I need to orient it sideways. This should do the trick. I should have expected seeing the map screen. I forgot to mention this during the last episode, but thank you for showing where the off-screen enemies are coming from, via these arrows. Not all twin-stick shooters do this. For example, Hovership Havoc didn't have these off-screen arrow indicators. See, this is a perfect stage to showcase how powerful the laser rays can be. A long sideways corridor. But be careful, you can still easily get surrounded if you're not careful. So these are the new enemy types that can fire projectiles at me. And I did double check. If you have a combo going on, it acts like a temporary shield. But you do need to keep the combo going for it to maintain itself. I did take 2 points of damage here, but they were absorbed by my combo shield. That's what I'll call it from here on out. I don't get the 2 times bonus though. Oh, I want Nova, so I'm gonna have to rearrange some things. I can't move the core, so I'm gonna have to break up some blocks. Sure, I'd like them, but I need to get more quads to purchase more of those laser rays. So Entidia went a bit crazy after being alone for 50 years, and now she calls herself the High Matriarch. More enemies that can fire projectiles at me. The laser makes short work out of them. The laser makes short work of them. Pin missiles, that's what I'll call them. You know, the fact that we have a combo shield in this game does make the game quite a bit easier, because getting a combo isn't that difficult in this game, as long as you take the time to pick up these quads. So both I and enemies can attack from off screen. Still not enough. I wish I could sell off some of these modules. So they can't disobey either. They're all going to the cube as one. Next mini-boss mission. Above normal, I wonder if that's going to cause some problems in the future. I hope in this episode we'll encounter an Entidian major boss. Why do I think there's a dark reason of why they want us to absorb as many quads we can? I feel like they're hiding something. Here comes the Miniboss. Whatever this thing is. I wish we had official names for these bosses. Oh, my size is gonna cause some issues. The spiral. I wish I had a shield. Pattern tree. Come on, we're almost there. It's over. Phew. I thought I was gonna die there. This is where having a shield or extra health would be handy. I made the ship too big. Oh, what's that? Something's different. So that explains why the Guardian talked in the last episode. We absorbed the Entidians into our own body. Something tells me that this is going to be important in the late game. And that boss battle showcases some of the problems of having more laser arrays. Just to be safe. I also probably want to have a shape that's less irregular. Sure, keep it for now, but during boss battles, I will shrink the ship. So she has. They're all going in for an all-out assault. We're almost at the central chamber. Level 15 is the next major boss battle. There always seems to be one major boss battle every 5 levels. Once again, the automatic defense systems have gone haywire. Someone should really work on fixing them. I could make some of the lasers face other orientations, but then I lose out on some DPS. Then again, they only take about 2 blocks of space, and they deal much more than 2 times the DPS of a plasma cannon. So I guess I should do that. At least make 1 or 2 of the lasers face upwards or downwards. Those bouncing projectiles are always such a lifesaver. Nova was an amazing special module to equip. I wish you could bypass this last countdown, especially once you picked up all the quads. And a boss battle's coming up, so I'm gonna have to shrink the size a bit. I think that's good enough. So moving on to the boss mission. It is a sad interview, knowing that we are going to destroy them. After all, the last remnants of the entire civilization are packed into this giant ship. Once it gets destroyed, that marks the end of them, or rather the Entidians will get absorbed into us. Right behind us are the giant metallic doors guarding the secret of this entire cube. This will eventually get opened in the endgame, I'm sure of it. Oh goody, a giant snapper snake. I'll first face off against this boss on easy mode, then on hard mode. Maybe having the laser wasn't the best idea. If it stays still like this, I'm fine. I destroyed half of its segments. Now, almost all of its segments. The remaining Entidians are begging for help. Sadly, we won't give it to them. A more aggressive snapper, essentially. We don't get to see most of this attack though. Such a shame that we had to destroy all the Entidians. But they had no choice. They were forced to go through this entire mission by their High Matriarch. But wait, what's this? All the remaining ones are inside of us now, in some form or another. How many Entidians were there in the first place? Several thousand seems to be right. But what about Entidia herself? I don't think she's with the rest of the group, if I recall correctly. A more direct hands-on approach to solve the Entidian problem. Even if they didn't touch the controls, they would have gotten zapped anyway. Sadly, they're prisoners again. We didn't kill them. I just hope their conditions are better this time. That explains how we're gaining more galactic knowledge as we complete more levels. We gain their knowledge by absorbing their essence. Whereas with the Carbarians, we just killed them directly. So what's our new module? A shield. Oh, thank goodness, I was waiting for this. Before I do hard mode, let me equip the shield. The shield is in spark mode, absorbs 2 enemy hits per equipped module, and will recharge itself after a few seconds have passed. I definitely want this. Perfect, it fits like a charm. So now let's face off against the boss on hard mode. I just realized we unlocked the quad seals by completing levels. 1 by completing the level on easy mode, and 2 by completing the level on hard mode. This time the boss has at least twice the amount of health. And that's a new attack I didn't see before. All these attacks have pretty good telegraphs as well. It's not like they come out of nowhere. I wish there was a way to rotate my ship. That way I can rotate the lasers. There's my shield in action. I'm always going to have at least one shield equipped at all times. After all, unlike Held, it recharges over time. Four bouncy projectiles instead of 2. Get me out, please. See, if I get stuck against the wall, I'm gonna take multiple hits of damage. Definitely a step up in difficulty, twice the amount of health, and it has new attacks. I still found it easier than the previous mini-boss battle. That was considerably harder for me. It costs a lot of quads to purchase though. Back to dealing with the Carbarians. Well, this is a neat setup. Having a combination of horizontal and vertical lasers will be helpful here. Of course, they're sticking to different corners of this area. And we have to worry about all these purple blocks. Okay, this is one of the gimmick stages, focusing more on mazes. Oh, we bounce around the place too. I thought once we take a hit from those purple blocks, we'll stop dead in our tracks, not bounce around like a pinball. Of course, that makes these maze segments so much more dangerous. No wonder why you want the shield here, for some extra insurance. Every time we're introduced to a new module in the game, the next level really well showcases why it's useful. This feels like an avoider game right now. It's really changing the gameplay up, I'll say. Turning it from a twin-stick shooter to a dodge 'em up. And it's over. I only need to do this 4 or 5 times. Look at my combo meter. Just look at it, it's crazy. This is one of those missions where I wish I had more time to collect all these quads. This seems like a great farming mission. I got 1700 here. I guess the reason is so we can get another shield. Classic Galactic Riddle. The Guardian of the Cube. And we have the introduction of a new enemy faction coming in from below. The Monogosum Dominion. Complete annihilation of the cube itself. They don't want it secret. Well, perhaps fix all the purple blocks that have gone haywire. They're getting a bit suspicious of Leader. Perhaps they want to rebel and destroy the rest of the characters? Crystals, which shatter into smaller crystals. And they have green teleporters when they spawn in. It seems that every different enemy faction has a different spawning in color. This episode is getting long enough, so after I complete this level, I'll end off this episode. The previous episode was deliberately longer as it was the first episode. So these self-destruct when I go into the radius. Effectively, these are mines. Plus, once I do come into the radius, they stop dead in their tracks. I'll probably get more points by destroying them anyway. Kinda getting trapped here. Another reason why I want the shield. A neat introduction to this new enemy faction, the Monogosums. but we'll be seeing more of them during the next episode. Before I end off this part though, I'm going to be reading the new journal entries. And sure, let's get another shield. That explains it, they can produce the purest crystal of the universe. And about evilness too. They destroyed everyone else though, so what was the point of that? So in the next episode, I'll continue onwards with facing off against the Monogosum Dominion with level 18 and beyond. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!